She still has not had the opportunity to speak, so please.
Well, I wanted to know what were the other locations. We were so quick to say we wanted it right in that corner. But where are the other locations?
That would be up to the community, and that's what we're trying to get you to
okay,
see.
You don't have a place
no,
right
we
around.
don't have any, no, but we'd like to, for you to think it through. I mean, if you look at the triangle site, a lot of the studies that were done, the First Avenue study, for example, said that what would we want to have as a threshold building in the market into Highland Square? Is a grocery store really what you want? Someone to
the architecture could be beautiful. It doesn't have to be.
And then, I mean, there's always
corrugated aluminum.
And I'm just going back to that study a little bit. I mean, I know that some people are very. They advocate for that study for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of really good aspects. And that's one of them that I think must be thought through. Is that we're a spot for a grocery store? Or would something better, is it better suited for some other use that would make Highland Square even more unique, even more of a location, a destination location that we want to. But no, we didn't have such, what kind of store was there? Such as, I guess I was thinking actually along the terms of like let's have some sort of art. Art, I don't know. I mean, I guess just as part of thinking through things, it's a unique area. Highland Square is a unique area with a very unique, diverse population. You can have art exhibitions, art stores, perhaps people coming in. You know,
if a grocery store can't make it, how did you ever sell enough art? I was in the business.
Is that right?
No art store.
I just as an example, I don't know.
If a grocery store wants to put on that land, would Albrecht be willing to step aside and let somebody else take over that land?
I'm sorry, the question again?
You're saying that you're suggesting not putting a grocery store on that land. If Albrecht doesn't find somebody to operate a grocery store on that land, would you as a company be willing to step aside and let somebody else give it a try?
Well, first of all, let me say that we're not the company, so let's make that clear first of all. But if you think about what, maybe you have something else to say. Okay. But as far as what happens here, just so we back up again to see the big picture. When we started this project, when Albrecht came in, the city, when we all came together with this project, there are a lot of property here was owned by Albrecht Inc. This property that was owned by Albrecht Inc. is now a parking lot. Albrecht retains an interest in this parcel right here. So there was quite a lessening of the interest of Albrecht Inc. in Highland Square as the development agreement evolved. That's how this, part of the overall project was that Albrecht Inc. would have a interest in the ground lease over here. So my answer to your question would be, I can't speak for Albrecht Inc., but my guess would be no, because the development agreement, everything calls for as part of the deal, part of the agreement, that they retain an interest in a parcel here.
So to clarify, if you fail in getting a grocery store, which takes in lower rent than things like cell phone shops and pizza shops, if you fail in doing that, your plan is to keep the public land and build other things on it for yourself to rent out at a higher rent rate than you would for, say, a grocery store, right?
Two comments on that. The first one would be, as Barbara was just explaining, this entire transaction has to be considered as a whole. The second, well actually maybe three points. The second point on that would be that there is not going to be a party that tries harder than Albrecht Incorporated and the city has to find a grocery operator. So if there are, and it seems that there are, financial barriers to that being viable there, it might be a great thing to have a different kind of restaurant or retail. We're getting a lot of ideas from the community about what you want there. So potentially there's something else that could go there. As far as renegotiating a contractual agreement that's already been negotiated, I don't see that necessary. I don't see that happening at this time. I do want to hear from everyone else, but I want to let everyone know there are surveys going around. If you have a stack of extras, if you could hold them up, because not everyone got one, but they're, yes, good.
What say maybe 10 next week, people don't have time to go back.
Sure. I was just going to say that our West Hill neighborhood organization, Highland Square Neighborhood Association, they've just we just talked, and they will have an electronic copy of this that they'll be posting. So if you don't have time to fill it out right now, It will be available electronically through their website, and we'll try to circulate it through email as well. So if that's a way that works better for you to communicate, that would be great. So,
What's the website?
WHNO.org and HighlandSquare.org.
So we will stay around and talk to people individually, but since it seems like people are filling out the surveys and kind of moving on, we want to take this time to thank everyone so much for coming and for your continued involvement and engagement and support of this community. We really appreciate all of the input that you've given tonight and over the years, and we look forward to continuing to work with you to build an even more exciting, vibrant, and successful Highland Square. So thank you again for coming, and if you do have other questions or comments, we will be up here. Also, you can turn the surveys in to us or email access later. Thank you.
What was your question?
Other people had lots of good questions.
What was your question?
I had two questions. One was, any of these people have been asked about a 9,000 square foot spot or only the 6,400 square foot spot, and said no. And second, they keep asking about the vision, and that's insulting. We did years of study, and the document Mark referred to has the vision in there already. And so they're asking a question that's already long ago been answered. The only question here today is, where's the grocery?